Hey guys, how's it going, and welcome back to another Imperial based video. It's been a little while since the last one. I've been waiting to get enough pieces to actually, make a good sized video. As you can see, I have done a little bit of work. That's the top of the tower that's connected to the lava river in the middle of the base. So I did some work on that. I have since run out of pieces, still need more for that. So it's just this endless cycle of getting more pieces, which is pretty much how mock making goes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I got some new parts. I'm going to be working on the mountain a lot, so let's get into it. So before I get into what I've done up there, the base is getting insanely messy. There's just stuff everywhere that I've been neglecting cleaning up, so I'm going to do that first. Okay, that looks a lot better. I've been wanting to build the top of this building for a while, but I haven't really had the time, motivation, or ideas to do it. But last night I was pretty bored, so I decided to get a bunch done on it. So starting with the outside, we just have the normal perimeter that I've been doing essentially on these walls over here. We've got the turrets in the corners, and then I have those side pieces on the side there. I don't have any for that side, and I'm missing a couple here, so I'm going to have to order more of those. And then right here, this officer is looking at a screen there. I'm not exactly sure what that's supposed to be controlling. Maybe the dam that I have going on here with the lava would make sense. And then this part in the middle is actually where the ladder goes. So this entire section actually comes off, except those guys fall because they're not standing on anything. And then obviously we have the ladder below, and then you can see in there where it goes. And when you put it on, it just slips right into that spot there. And it looks pretty good. So I do want to tile that floor like I have the walls over here tiled up. I want to do a design with those almost half tile pieces that are on an angle, if you guys know what I'm talking about. I want to do something with that on the floor there. And then this, obviously, I want this to come up and down. So I'm going to have a system with that, maybe some kind of pulley with like a rope. I'm not exactly sure how I want to do that yet. And then I want this to kind of go on an angle and go into the wall. So it looks like there's kind of more that way into the wall, even though there's a wall there. It's a little bit hard to explain, but you guys will see what I mean once I get the pieces to make it. And then obviously the top of this is tiled off now. I don't know if I still want it to come off this way. It is a little bit awkward how it's only half of the building that comes off and not the full thing. I might change that eventually. I did it that way just because of the way I did the stairway, but I'm pretty sure I can make a workaround for that. And then here's a look at the screens from the other side. So I have some great pieces there, and then some 1x2 cheese wedge pieces to give the operator just a little bit of some privacy with what they're looking at on there. And then obviously this is just an Imperial pilot. So this is a combination of two orders together. I have lots of black pieces, some of those corner pieces that I'm going to be using on the ground to give it more detail. Lots of pieces to go onto the mountain, and then some transparent orange pieces to add a little bit more to the lava lake. So this is 100 1x1 stud pieces. It doesn't look like it, but I swear it is, and then I'm going to add them in and I'll show you guys after. That's what it's looking like now. It actually looks pretty good. It looks pretty full. I might not buy any more. Maybe I will if there's like a good deal on like a bricklaying store or something, but I think that's pretty good. Now I'm going to throw a bunch of these guys down and see if I can make this look a little bit more natural. So I got to finish most of it, just kind of the back section here where the tower is. I wasn't able to really touch that much. So I'll probably get like 50 more just to fill in some spots, and that'll be good. And then as for the mountain, I made 7 more of those beams that I can put up on top of the ones that are already there, so I can add more of these plates to it. And then I have lots more brick pieces that I can use to fill in the back side, and hopefully I'll be able to even it out with these guys here, and then I can put more plates on top and keep making it bigger. Alright, so the wall's looking a lot taller now, so I'm all out of these big plate pieces that I've been using on the sides, hence why I didn't fill it in over there and do another layer of them. I'm also completely out of door frames, and I'm pretty much out of all these pieces that I've been using for the sides and over here as well, so I'll need to get more of those, but yeah, it's looking pretty good. So since I don't have the parts necessary right now to fill in the mountain a little bit more, I finished filling in this section of the base. So if you guys remember before, that part where the ladder was over there, that was all open. The ladder was there, but the rest of the wall there was kind of just open and empty. Now it looks exactly the same as that one. It took a really long time to do, just like the first one did, but I eventually figured it out. So after that, I took a much needed break and I started making some of these storage containers. I don't know what you would call them. I made a bunch of them over there. Those are really simple versions, but I decided to make a couple more of them because I know there's still going to be spots in the base where I can put them. If you're new at mock building, these are definitely something that you can try out your work on. They're very, very small, just making little storage containers. You know, this one isn't even a container. It's just a little apparatus with a little curved macaroni piece at the end of it. It's just a great way to try stuff out, just try techniques out, think of new stuff in like a smaller scale, and then you can even get inspired and build something on an even bigger scale, which is great. So I don't have anywhere to put them right now really, but I will eventually. I'm definitely going to use them up. So as you guys might have noticed from a recent TikTok video I made, I am trying to figure out what I'm going to put here. I have finally decided on it. I've been looking at some of the comments, and I'm going to add a mixture of what everybody's put in for their input. I first need to order some pieces, but this section of the base will be put on hold for now until I can order those. So what we're going to be working on now is what I'm going to be putting in this gap, which is obviously this TIE Fighter. So I didn't even realize that I can actually put that there. I really like the way the TIE Fighter looks. I've kind of been having it like linger down here in my basement. I was thinking of hanging it up somewhere. I'm actually doing that with another ship soon, so you guys will see that eventually. But yeah, I wasn't really sure what to do with it. I was going to put a window on that side of the tower, and then I haven't really ended up doing that, and it looks really blank, and I wasn't really sure what to put here. But it turns out that this actually fits perfectly, so I think this is going to be a little TIE Fighter area. So what I'd like to work on now is essentially creating a mechanism where it looks like the TIE Fighter is actually locked into the ground, some kind of locking system that can be released by the pilot or maybe the control tower there, just so it isn't, able to be stolen by just anybody that's around. Now the other thing is that the pilots get in through that top hatch there, but there isn't really a way to do that because it's outside. So I was thinking I could add some kind of thing to this tower, maybe a little bridge that comes over so then they can get in, but it is a little bit weird with the wing height there, so I may make some kind of ladder system or vehicle or something to get them in there. So I'm going to get to working on those locks down at the bottom, and I'll show you guys what I've made. So I tried to figure out a way that I could make it look like the wings are locked down, and I didn't really find a design that I liked. Instead, I used those hose pieces to make it look like it's locked down and it's attached to that control console there. So I got that idea from The Force Awakens when Poe and Finn steal the First Order TIE Fighter. So that's what the console looks like there. I just have some tiles on the side there. I might change this eventually. It's very, very simple. And in the back, I just have the hose attached straight into the back there. There's nothing at the back there when it comes to the design because no one's really going to see it. And if you're wondering how I attach the hoses to the TIE Fighter, it's really, really simple. I just have those two little clip pieces and they attach there. So I decided to swap out that Stormtrooper, and instead I put in that Imperial pilot. Not one of those Imperial pilots, obviously. I have the one from the 2021 Imperial shuttle. And then that Imperial pilot used to be at the tower, but I put K2SO there instead. So that's pretty much all I'm going to get done in this video. I am really happy I figured out something to put in that space with a TIE Fighter there. I think that looks really, really good. And I was also happy to finish the other part of the interior of the base, making that second ladder. I didn't show you guys a time lapse of that just because it took way too long of me trying to figure out going back and forth. Seems like it would be easy, but it's pretty hard to replicate things when they're not right beside each other. So I have started another semester of school, so once again videos will be pretty slow, like always, at least from our YouTube channel. It's hard to make 10-minute long YouTube videos just because of the parts that I need and them coming in fast and having time to make videos. So I'm gonna, try my best to make sure I make as much content as I can. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.